Today, I'm fixing rust on my Jeep.
I just spoke to the mechanic today and he said the dirty Land Cruiser will be back by the weekend. I know we all missed the Land Cruiser, but gotta play the cards you're dealt. But for today, I decided to do a project that I've been putting off for a while. Before I start, I am hydrating and putting on some Floyd. The first thing I'll have to do is remove this entire plastic fender. It's pretty easy, it's just 5 bolts up under the wheel well, and then I'm just using some monkey strength to pull out the plastic connectors. The rust isn't too bad yet, and it's just bubbling paint, but before it gets any worse, I want to take care of the problem. I plan to keep this car forever. Hopefully eventually I'll drop a V8 in it or something, so I gotta make sure she's not gonna be a Flintstone car. Franken truck is up for sale, and I've been talking to some people, and then I can begin at the next project. If you have any experience buying cars from an auction, please let me know in the comments. I need to figure out how to buy a car from out of state without breaking the bank. I'm always down for a road trip, but I also can't do that every single time. I'm using my toothbrush here to scrape off that rust and try to get any of those flakes, but luckily that metal is still pretty strong and the rust doesn't go all the way through, so I should be able to save it no problem. Here I'm using an 80 grit sandpaper just to try to get some of that rust off, and then I'm going to go in with this rust reformer, which chemically somehow converts the rust to clean metal. You put it on and then the stuff like turns yellow. It's kind of like putting hydrogen peroxide on a cut. Here's my impersonation of Da Vinci. So you let the stuff sit for 10 or 20 minutes, and then you wipe it off with water and do it again till there's no more rust. While we're waiting, fun fact, these rims only came with 3 center caps, so I took a plastic jar and cut it out, painted it black, and made it look like the plastic cap. I did all that to save $30. Act broke, stay rich. I've also been busy this week because I've been touring warehouses. I saw a couple places and nothing was really speaking to me. I know it sounds weird, but when I find the right project or something, a burst of inspiration comes over me, and I wasn't feeling it with the first 2 spaces, but I was driving around, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a little for rent sign with a phone number written in Sharpie, so I gave it a call, and this old guy picked up. He told me the neighbor will let me into the property, so I went back and checked it out, and I think we found a warehouse. It'll need a little bit of work to get it up to my standards, but the neighboring unit was a guy around my age, doing the same thing that I do, except he was flipping lawnmowers. So we were chatting it up for a minute. He said the landlord's super chill, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going back tomorrow to actually meet the landlord and hopefully finalize a deal there. My lease will start October 1st, but now with me paying rent, I'm going to have to step up production and start turning and burning these cars. I met with realtors for the other warehouses that I looked at,